All right, good morning. Let's see here. I was just looking at something I didn't know it existed. I'm trying to see here. I don't quite know. Huh. What? What is going on there? That is weird. I'm not quite sure what that means. Good morning, Lost Penny. Meh. How's it going? Good morning. All right. I don't know what that is. But anyway, sorry. Let's take a look at news. Is there any news today? What up, Punisher? Good morning. Let's check the old news just so we know what's up. On a little bit early because we're going to be leaving early again. I have a doctor's appointment this morning to get my shoulder looked at. So yeah, we have that going on. So I have to leave here like 10. We'll call it 10:30, something like that. What in the heck is going on here? My mouse is kind of lagging a little bit. All right, we got what we got? Employment index. That's nothing. FOMC member Bostic speaks at 12:30. Barkin speaks at 12:45. We do have a note auction at 1. That's probably very minor. Not really going to do much. Not really any news. So it's kind of just a no news Monday. A no news Monday. Good morning, Clarity. Thank you. I appreciate you. You as well. What happened overnight? Well, let's talk about our overnight trades right quick. Let's get Twitter pulled up. Overnight trading was pretty solid last night. We made $130. You can see down here in the Kona. In the Kona. Good morning, son of Wall Street. Good morning. All right, here we are. Trading Star, good morning. What up, bud? Mad Moxie in the house. Francis, Black Phoenix, what up? All right, let's talk about the trades from overnight. Like, what did we do? What did we do? We left a few bucks on the table, but that's all right, right? It's not much you can do about that. So our first trade of the night was actually a long. We opened up, we kind of wicked up here, pulled back, tested the PM low, and bounced off of it. So I took a 20-point long off the PM low back up there. 20-point long right here. Actually, we could just show executions. Why not? I did not mean to hit refresh, but it's all good. Let's show the executions. What did we do? So let's go back over here. So you can see, first trade of the day, last night, PM low holds. we take a nice 20-point bounce off of it. Then we wick into the 21 EMA after making a new low. You guys know this is another setup I like to take. We take the short. Now, I just scalped it 10 points. Scalped it for 10 points there. Obviously, in hindsight, could have got a lot more, but did not. And then here, we took the short. I got in with 1 micro. I added a second. It pushed back up and tested the trend line right here at the top of the hour. I got a little spooked, so on the pushback down, I took the add off, so I was down to a single micro. And I took it for, I don't know, about 20 points as well, 19 points. Obviously, in hindsight, could have got a lot more, and I was bearish, and I thought we were going down. And I did have a zone marked down at the 730s that I was kind of targeting. And then we took another short here right off the retest of the 9. I noticed that we're kind of holding that 9 the whole way down, so you can see a short there. Holding the 9, push back up into the 9, short there. Then this was a long that we took where we took our loss. This was the only loss that we took on the night. I thought that once we kind of broke this trend line here that we'd run this low resistance liquidity here. It was looking pretty decent. Had a decent target with a wick inside a fair value gap there. So I did long there and end up taking it off for a loss. I don't see my exit. Oh, it's a very small loss. That's why you don't really see it. There it is right there. So, I mean, we took a 5-point loser on that. I recognized ES lost the 77. Actually, here's the exit right here, 771. ES lost the 77 here. And as soon as ES lost the 77, I knew we were in trouble for the long, so I got out. And that's it. We pretty much pushed down the rest of the night. And we got a little bounce there at the London session. Good morning, Dean. Lassifer in the house. Oh, yeah, exactly, Clarity. It looks nice when you're not trading it. Yeah, and then when you trade it, you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing? So you can see we did not run the previous day low that we had marked out down here. That's pretty obvious, right? We also have a lot of LR here. I mean, look at that. How beautiful that looks. So I expect at open, I'm expecting a dump. Maybe we sweep up into this gap. Maybe we sweep up in here and we kind of run the Asia highs and then kind of go. But I'm really kind of expecting a pullback. That being said, if we push up and we get kind of above 845 there, then I would expect this to fill the gap. Otherwise, I think there's a lot of interest lower. Good morning, Tris. Coper, good morning. There's a lot of interest lower. We even still have that new week opening gap down here from last week. So that push down into the 400s today is also possible. But, I mean, if we're looking at the higher time frames, we have some low resistance liquidity below. Push down to the 560s, maybe the push down into the 430s makes a lot of sense. We do have an SMT at the highs with the ES because obviously it ran the all-time highs and Nasdaq did not. That being said, ES really's got to lose that. If it's got to lose the overnight low down there at the 51, that's where we would really probably start to see a big sell. So I don't know. I'm going to be looking maybe bearish today, but doesn't mean I won't take long opportunities. Long opportunities. Let's look. YM kind of just very similar pattern overnight on YM. Oil down at the 58s, kind of grinding lower overnight. Silver went to the all-time highs overnight there, sitting at the 85s. Not much to do here on silver. If you are a brave person, a very, very brave person, you could consider a short if it broke structure, you know. I mean, you could use this if you wanted to be a little more aggressive. You could use this kind of a trend line here. This will be kind of a more aggressive one. Me personally, I'd wait for this bigger one to break. And then you would target, you know, kind of, yeah, yawn. Target these areas. You got a nice gap down here. So that's only if it breaks structure with some momentum. Right now, it doesn't really look like it wants to do that. Let's look at gold. Gold, very similar setup here. Very, very similar. Kind of do it the same way with gold here. The Grand Rising. What up? Just ain't right. When do I sleep? You know. I slept last night decently, but we're at it early today because we got a doctor's appointment. And yeah. So Mancini says plans today 64.59 supports. All right. 77.86 up above. $90 is a big test. If 59 fails, we sell to 45. Got all that marked out already. I'm leaning down. I really am. Kind of leaning down. Lassifer, their payouts is super fast. It's usually within like minutes. Something like that. Minutos. Solamente minutos. Again, we're on early because we're going to be leaving early, right? Husk will be on my funded TV today, in place of me at 11:30. At 11:30. So jump over there and annoy Husk if you want to. All right, let's get something playing this morning. Let's get some music. Yeah, I got to get the Husk a little, you know, he's almost at 1,000 subs. He's not there yet. Where's he at? He's at 922. He only needs 88 more, so I'll probably be in the chat dropping his link, spamming his link because I know he's not going to do it. But I have no problem doing it. See if we can't get him to 1,000 subs today. If we can get 80 people to just get over there and hit the subscribe button, we'll get them there. We could do it. So we're going to see what happens here at open. I'm tempted to long right here, to be honest. I think this is okay. Kind of getting above the VWAP here, Nasdaq and ES. I'm a little tempted to just long. When it comes to the Nasdaq, you try not to go into the opening with a bias. Yeah, true. Mine is very fluid. I have no problem changing it if it calls for it. We have no problem changing it. Man, oil had a nice bounce off 58.50 there, huh? Nice little bounce. What up, Dylan? Dun, 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 dun. Don't you think? I got a little Alanis Morissette playing this morning. Remember, Apex is 80% off. Use code MYTH. Bulanox is 83% off. Use code MM. My funded futures 20% off the flex. They did go back to a 90. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that yet. We'll hold off on saying that. Take Profit Trader 40% off, no activation fee, code MM. Tradeify I think is 35% off, code MM. Trade Day 40% off, no activation fee. Guys, well, I don't know why we're sleeping on Trade Day. I get almost no sales on Trade Day. I'm not quite sure why. They're a carbon copy of Take Profit Trader, and you can even get end of day drawdown for less than you get the intraday drawdown on Take Profit Trader. But people sleep on Trade Day for some reason. Day traders, I think, is still 90% off, no activation fee, code MM. Funded Futures Network, 50% off, buy one, get one free, code MM. Lucid, 35% off. You can get an extra 10% off if you're a new customer, code MM. Yeah, I think I missed somebody. Funded Next is code MM as well. If you guys are looking to pick up some Funded Next accounts, I do have a code with them as well. Did I miss anybody? I don't know. I don't think so. So, yeah, I think Trade Day is very good. I mean, they got daily payouts. Yeah, people don't buy their accounts. I'm not quite sure why. Not quite sure why. I don't know. I don't know why. But they're very good. Very, very good. Let me set an alarm because sometimes I get immersed in the action that I don't realize I need to leave. So I'm going to set an alarm for 10:20. I like to get to my appointments a little early. And I do need to fill out. They did send me a... could fill this thing out, I guess. I'll just fill the stuff out there. You're trading with them right now? Let's go. Just ain't right. Exactly, Trading Star. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, you can get the 50K or the 50K end of day trailing account for, I think it's like $90. It might be a little bit more than that, but that's cheaper than Take Profit Trader. And it's end of day, right, in the eval and in the funded stage. Whereas TPTs does turn to intraday trailing in the funded, which does go away in the pro. It's not that big a deal, but some people like to have the end of day the entire way through. $75 for the intraday, 50K. The end of day is $105, so it is like $3 more. But it's end of day. What up, Tech T? Now, my shoulder, I've got that broken collarbone, Black Phoenix, so that's what I'm getting checked. Doing good, Dark Meat. Does it link to TradingView? Yes. Ninja Trader, Tradeovate, TradingView, Jigsaw. Code MM for the end of day. This is the prices, the end of day. This stays end of day the whole time. Or you can go intraday, which stays intraday the whole time. It's up to you. But there it is. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, I'm going to probably have to have surgery on the shoulder. Now, my right shoulder's been hurting as well. I thought it was because I've been laying on it. But since I'm going, I'm just going to get them to look at both. Let's get them to check out both. Both while we're there. So, yeah, that's the best thing to do. You're already there, you may as well. Oh, getting a little pullback here on oil. It's down to the 46.12. A little CL dumpage here. Yeah. Don't play football. It was baseball that did it, actually. Good old baseball. Now that's kind of strange. Why does it have the line here, but there's not one up top? What's going on? I think I need to change this. Let's change that one to white. Well, actually, this one's white. We don't have a blue line. They both say visible. I don't know why it's not showing up there. Purple. It's weird. Not showing up. Why is that line showing blue now? I was like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on here. It's being weird. That's being weird. Let's trust that maybe it shows it all in a minute. Maddie Matt in the house. Good morning. Let me pull up. You said hold my beer. Yeah, for sure. Wow. What is this? I see you, Nasdaq, but what is this? What is this? Anybody know what that is? Any news? Any news? Is that my African accent? I don't know. I do accents sometimes. I have no idea what they're for, what they mean. They mean nothing. Hello, hello. My name is Alan. Yeah, Rastaman. I have no idea. Uh, I'm gonna let this range kind of work itself out. Good morning, Raul. You fell for the pump, Matty Matt? Nuh-uh. Come on now. uh, Along the top. And here's the thing, Matty Matt. Like, could it go up? Yeah, it could. I mean, that's my thought process. Is like I'm gonna wait and see mode right here until open. But like, I think this is a very good target to kind of tag to kind of go down. Now, you know, I don't like to kind of come into it with a bias, so could this happen? Yeah, most certainly. But who knows? We could run through this very, very quickly. I mean, like this trend line here, that can be ran so quickly. And also a thing to note, a thing to remember, let us not forget the untapped new week opening gap from last week is down here. All right. Now this week's new week opening gap is up here. So which one does it want to go to first? I don't know. Obviously, we could just use common sense and say this one's closer. So maybe that's where it wants to go. But I wouldn't be shocked to get something like that. 1 hour gap around 800, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see here. We'll see what happens at open. So my lean is we go up first. That's my lean. Well, I expect that maybe a push in the 815 and then and then a push down and then you get the real move. I really don't know. I have no clue. Looks like we're gonna be glued to the VWAP at open on a no news Monday. Is that good? I don't know. No. Let's look at the hourly. I actually didn't check the hourly. I mean, again, the hourly, it's holding higher lows at this point. Higher low, higher low, higher low, right? You could maybe put in a little trend line right there on the hourly. Could also draw a bigger trend line and say that it's already broken it on the way down. You could draw this one and say the hourly broke a nice trend line and is now retesting, right? Man, that really looks like it wants to go lower. Does it not? That looks like it wants to go lower to me. That really looks like it wants to go lower to me. I think now that I looked at it hourly, I don't know that we even go up. Maybe we Judas up, just a wick up, and then go back down. Look at that bigger 4 hour. I don't know. Your sales from 757? Yeah, now that I look at the hourly, I mean, it really looks like we're going to go down. It really does. Bounced right off that 4 hour trend line this morning. But that being said, could this thing push up? Yeah, it could. I mean, who knows, man? We really don't know. I don't like to guess. Yes, in the midst of a failed breakdown, it is. Yeah. Good morning, Predator. My headphones are beeping at me now. Well, it's not going to be that long of a stream, so headphones should be all right, though. Probably can just charge them after. Probably can. Let's go ahead and check the range here. We got 25 seconds until the range is set for the morning. I think it's only 22 points. It's 22 points, which keeps it pretty simple. That means our take profit is only 11 points. So that's what, 44 ticks? So your first take profit's 44 ticks. So, yeah, it's not bad. 44 ticks. Human psychology is lagging indicator. That's a good point, even when you're wrong in a trade. I don't know. I'm going to go into the day thinking that we're going down, but I'm going to be completely okay with taking a long if it presents itself. That's kind of the way you got to be, right? So I got everything set up here. I'll go 4 micros on that. Actually, the stop is pretty small. I'm going to go 3 micro or 6 micros total on that. Look at this thing go, guys. Did I just take this pre-market? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'd like to, I'd like to take 2 off down here. Let's do this. Let's do it manually. Might get stopped on. I'm just jumping in. It's fine. I do want to mark out the midsection of this. $22.50. So what is that? 11.25. 43 and a quarter. A lot of times it'll just go pre-market if it breaks out like that. Of course, the one, and I don't normally jump in, and I normally will just wait, but yeah, it could be Jan. Very well could be. Boom, ba, boom, boom. Let's see. Looks like we're probably going to get stopped. This next push probably gets us out. Had a sudden volume spike to get it down, and now it recovers. Yeah. It's okay. No! Good morning, Phoenix. We'll see what happens here. Good morning, futures trader. We're already in the short here. Like I said, I jumped in at pre-market here. Probably should have waited. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but we'll let it play out, see what happens. If it stops us, it stops us. No big deal. Oh, I need to, let me update this as well. Boom, boom, boom. 4T 2. Stopped out. Rude. Rude. Most likely we might chop after open. I don't know. I don't think we're going to chop. I mean, after open, yes. I think open will have a move, but we'll see. Timbo in the house. I'm going to go ahead and activate a giveaway here, guys. We will draw at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock on the dot. Not 10:01, not 10:02, 10 o'clock. Exclamation point MM in the chat if you want to join. I think it just stopped me out just to give me the big old finger, and then it's gonna go down. Just gonna give me the big old finger. Oh. Just to give me the middle finger. Okay, all right. I need to. That's right. I remember I got to do this differently. Okay. So what you do is you got to put in. I got to go. Okay, first I need to. All right, let me do this. I'm trying to set up this Ninja Trader. $754.50. And 7 32. Oh, come on. Stop me out there just to break back out. Rude. Rude. Okay, sell like that. And then we go or be long. And then you would go buy this, and then you go OCO. All right. So now I got it right. What up, Vicky? Good morning. I'm trying to take it over here on these other accounts. Too. So I'm going to see here. I think. Where's that at? 32. Yeah. 32 and 54.50. All right. We're going to see what happens here at open. I got to be aware here, though. Don't want to get caught. There we go. So kind of pushing out of the area for now. I took the short. I guess it was the right idea, and it just didn't. It just stopped me out by a few ticks. A few tickles. It stopped me out. Hope it works properly. Me too, Clarity. I've only got like 5 accounts on there today, though. We took some trades pre-market. We're up like 40, or overnight, $45. I'm going to take the opening range trade, but I'm going to pretty much do it over here. The difficulty of doing it over here is that you got to have the limit orders already on here. So I have to move the orders up into that zone quickly. If you follow what I'm saying there. I don't know what my lean is at open. I got to grab one of these, but I don't know which one, right? I don't know which one. So I do have these OCO'd, so one should cancel the other. 1 minute. I'm not sure, Matty Matt. I'm not sure at all what we're looking for. I don't know. I got to move this slower because I got to zoom in a little bit here. And this looks like it's just going to run. Ten seconds here. Since we're inside the range, I can just plop these down now. All right, tagged in there. Nice. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Banger trade right there at open on the fundeds. $200+ on I had a runner going there, but I had to just stop it out because it didn't take it off on all of them. So nice little $200 winner there on those. 281, 188, 201. It didn't do it on all of them. 281 and 276. Some of them trailed, some didn't. So that's why I had to just kill it. So. Oh, it looks like I missed one funded account today. I didn't trade one of them. Oops. 196. That was nice. That was nice. Look, over there, there's 815. That's kind of what I talked about. That was my original lean. It's like, let's run the 815 and then get a pullback. But I don't know that that's going to happen. Looks like it might want to run that new week opening gap up there. All the way up here in 940s. But this is a key area, right? This is a key area. That was a great opening range today. That worked beautifully. Yeah, the fell breakdown on the ES for sure. Recovery of the 64. You can along the 59. It's up to you. Everything's going. Blast off. Excuse me. $75. Let's go, Manny Matt. See, I like what it did there, how it pushed back up into that zone. I was able to just place my limit orders. It's my favorite setup on that. The way to do that right there. Rip right into 845 there. ES approaching that 86. See if we can retest the 800 here. If we can test the 800, I think I'd jump in. Morning, Alexi. How's it going? Hit that like button on the way in, guys. Join the giveaway as well. Exclamation point MM in the chat. Got 33 likes. We're going to do the giveaway at 10 a.m., but we need the likes to do it. I had a great weekend, Rob. Didn't do much. Just kind of chilled out. We went to the beach in Delray. So... I'm getting a lot of data latency on my other connections. Not sure why. right, we're going to stab here for a little push through there. Getting back above that high. Stop's going to go to break even here. We're up 13 points there. Come on. I wanted to see it just expand into the PM low from Friday there. Just didn't do it. Yeah, let's go, Matty Matt. Nice job. I had a little runner going there too. The problem was I got an error on one of the accounts. So I thought it might put me in an opposite position if I left that runner on, so I closed it. I'd still be running right now if I didn't close it on the fundeds with 1 micro. I went 10 micros and then I had the runner going. This thing's just going to go. I know it is. Let's see if we get a pullback. There she goes, right into the PM low. It's not a trade I normally take, but I might try a little. I might try a little stab here. I'm going to try a little stab short here, just for a little reaction off that PM low. It's not a trade I normally take, but let's see if we can get a little reaction. Stops in. All right, there we go. I don't normally take that. 946 the daily open. I think, yeah, I got that up there. Previous day close. Kind of got that 90 drama. Scalpy, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Why am I shorting? Because Lost Penny. I don't know. I just think we get a reaction. Remember, I'm scalping, so I'm just looking for a little. Look for a little reaction. So, yeah, no red candles. Yeah. ES hit a key level there, 86 as well, so little reaction. A little scalpy. Well, like I said, it's not a trade I normally would take, but that PM low, usually, you know, we got a little consolidation here from last night. A lot of wicks up here at like 9-11 area as well. Let's mark that out. A lot of wicks kind of up here. A lot of wicks up there. ES working his way up to the 90. Probably going for the gap fill. Might leave that new week opening gap down there from last week. We'll see. Actually need a bit of a pullback here. Won't be gap fill in one go. Yeah, Rob, for sure. It's going to always play with your emotions. Why you playing with my emotions? Nice little pull here. Pull back. Nice little pullback. Looking at the 845 area for a possible long entry. I'm going to look for that area there for a little bounce, for a reaction. Oh, you guys to be kidding me. I'm getting a ton of data latency over here. Anybody else getting that issue? Micro long, Tom Sabo, yeah. Yeah, my data latency is insane over here. We push, I mean, this is going to be wild, but I'm going to long back above the high. Everybody having that latency. I don't know why. Need a pullback. Yeah, Matty, it missed me by 848. Yeah, about 3 ticks. Well, actually, 47.50. About 5 ticks. And I actually front run the entry there by a point. The entry is actually at 845. You're in Southeast Asia? Oh. Yeah, Los Pity, that's what we're trying to do, but, you know, depends on if it tags me in or not. All right, I'm in. I'm going to take the 900 level. Owl boy in the house. Good morning. Exclamation point MM in the chat, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We're going to be doing a 50K core account giveaway from iFunded Futures at 10 a.m. So it will now come and tag me in, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Hey, Trust Futures, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. You made 1K? Yeah, Coach Fred, I was like that. You saw me like a few weeks ago on the Fideas accounts. I'm like, how'd I make $1,000? Not going to tell nobody, but we did it. Now, if you lose $1,000, you're like, what the hell? All right, tagged in there on the ad. And I think my stop on this is going to be like 77s. A little bit of a stop. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Lost penny, wait until 10. That is a good idea. Good morning, DA33. I'll be leaving the stream early today, guys. I got a doctor's appointment, as you guys know, so. We got a doctor's appointment. Got to go check out the old shoulder, get the official word. The cyborg shoulder. Yeah, might be. Yeah, exactly, Lost Penny. Got to protect profits. I'm on an eval here, so I'm going to be a little more aggressive. Again, I took my funded trades already. I got one more funded trade I could take, though. One more funded trade we could take. We'll wait for the best setup, and then we'll take it. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Do I have some interesting discounts for the start of the week? Not really, Rob. We got 83% off Bulenox, 80% off Apex, code MYTH on Apex, MM on Bulenox, 35% off Lucid, 40% off Trade Day, 40% off Take Profit Trader. My Funded Futures, 20% off the Rapid. I'm missing somebody. Tradeify, 35% off. Funded Futures Network, buy one, get one free, 50% off. I think Day Traders is 90% off. And whatever Funded Nexus got going on right now. All right, can we squeeze here? Can we squeezy peasy squeezy here? In the old days, the doctor used to make house calls. Shot of whiskey and he'd call you in the morning. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Sweep of 9-12 makes sense here. Maybe a little reaction off that. Market only goes up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Maddie, I wouldn't chase this either. Previous day close up there, 931. The half gap here. Might look for that 9. What would be kind of like maybe 940? Might could take a stab short. I might stab short there, 940. We'll go 2-3 micros. I would like to see it push back down to 95 here, though. Maybe even retest 82, to be honest. 92 at least. I think we get 92 at least on a pushback down. Yeah, Owlboy, they still got that going on, I think, until the 15th, I think. 5 rapid accounts past buffer. Let's go, Weeks. Nice job. ES hitting 7,002. I think 92 retest here makes a lot of sense. Beyond that, I really don't know. $15-minute opening range sitting there at 92.50. Maybe retest that 82 if we lose that. Yeah, ES is at that big resistance there. You are right. Huh. $7,004 potential, though, on ES2. Be patient here. I think this thing might push down. I mean, it makes sense to retest kind of 82, 85 area, potentially. A 35L level looks vulnerable, I'd say. Still no real push below. Well, actually, we did push below, right? We pushed down to... You need somebody to take profit? Yeah. Up 1K. Let's go, Shobit. Exclamation point MM in the chat, guys. Hit the like button. We got 49 likes, 78 viewers. I need the likes in order to do the giveaway. Yeah, I'm thinking like a 940 stab short. Rigged giveaway. Yeah, Rig likes for rigged giveaway. That's right, Marcy. Do we long the 15-minute? Makes sense, I think. All right. Ah. I'm going to put the stop in quick here. All right. Stop myself out, basically. Break even. I don't know. I think it's going to bounce, but it's just so scary buying up here. Anyone having a problem in trade event can't see the trailing drawing in your apex? That's weird. No. I don't have trade event open. I can try it though for you, Trader Kevin. Just for you, we'll open it. I should have gave that more room. Now she squeezes. Mine is showing. Mine is showing. Oh, the balance loads dollar change and the balance, but not the drawdown. That's weird. What up, Donovan? 3 new Tifa halfway there. Let's go. Nice job. Guys, exclamation point MM. We're doing a giveaway in 3 minutes. Let me set the timer for 3 minutes here. $85% to the upside. If you're going to take shorts, you have a great chance of being 85% wrong. I guess it just depends. How about the Niners? I didn't even watch any football this weekend, guys, to be honest with you. I missed it. I called a little bit of the Patriots game last night just because somebody mentioned it. Shouldn't have taken that off there. I don't know. Wasn't sure about it. Guys, we got 59 likes, 82 viewers. We need at least 75 likes to do the giveaway here. Come on. Let's get it going. Kind of an interesting spot here. I do think if we lose, if we lose that 90, we could go down, but it does kind of make sense to go to that previous day close. But I think ES is already above all that. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to stab long again here. I just think it pushes up into the previous day close at least. Fills the gap up there at 946 most likely. You could actually just take it at like 940 area. I don't know. I was sitting here thinking to myself that this thing could push lower, but Then I'm like, man, it doesn't make sense for it not to fill the gap this close, but it might not. Here's top of the hour. All right, let's do the giveaway, guys. Do we have the likes? We need 8 more likes. Exclamation point MM in the chat. We need 8 more likes to get us to 75. 7 more likes to get us to 75, and then we'll do the drawing. What up, Philcos? You took some new supplements and your body needs to get comfortable with it again. Let's go. 70 likes. Yeah, still gnawing on the major level, yeah. And we still didn't fill the gap up there itself. I'm just thinking the ES pushes to 7,004. Like, that's kind of my thought process there. But it might take a pullback for it to do it. I don't know, to get the energy to go there. It might. All right, one more like, guys, and we'll do the giveaway here. One more like. Who's it going to be? Who's going to be the like? All right, there we go. We got the 75. Let's go. And the winner is Edna Gomez. Edna Gomez, please step forward or forever hold your peace. Edna Gomez, ¿dónde está? There's Edna. Edna, all right. Edna, send me an email to methodicalman@gmail.com. I'll pin that at the top of the message. What I need to see is you logged in to your YouTube account, and then I need your My Funded Futures email that you use. Congratulations. Forever hold your peace. That's right. It's always rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. Convergence buddy must be upset. Nah. I don't know where he is. I haven't seen Convergence in a couple of days. Where you at, Convergence? Boom, boom, boom. And there's the pullback. Exactly, Raul. They take them all. They take them all. The star. Edna won, Donovan. Edna Gomez. All right, guys, we got about 15 more minutes left here. We'll see what we get. I just missed an ad here. All right, you don't want to add there. Gonna add. Let's see if it can go. Let's see if ES gets that energy it needs to run up here to the 7,004. Let's see if this holds this level and goes. It may not. Boom, boom, boom. Don't touch the action. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm all right with it. Yeah, I was in the move last night. Can she go? Yes, could pull all the way back to 90. It could. It could. It definitely could. I'm watching it here. Kind of want to see it get back above 98. There we go. Back above 98 there. Can it squeeze? Might kill it. I might. Oh, we just got our first inside bar short, too. I didn't even notice that. 28 points. It already... No, it didn't pay yet. It did not pay yet. Inside bar short triggered. You're fading me, Clarity. Good luck. I mean, I don't hate a short here. I really don't. Yeah, XTPS. Potentially, right? I don't hate the short here. What you don't want to see is that if you are short, you don't really want to see this put in a new high. Kind of want it to hold below that 900, right? I'm going to give it like another minute. If it doesn't push up in the next minute, I'll probably just get out. Just retested the entry of the inside bar there at 889 and a quarter. It's basically where I'm long from. All right, I'm just going to kill it right there. I don't love it. I mean, could it go? Yeah, it could go. Yeah, it's kind of chopping right now, Dylan. Difficult to know here what it's going to do. Kind of watching that 5 minute to see if we get an inverse. But 3-minute probably is the cleanest time frame here. I just don't love the short with this level still left up here. So close to that new week opening gap on both indices. I don't know. It still could rip lower. It really could. Let's see if we get a breakout. We'll see. We get a trend line break here, we might take it. Got about 9 more minutes left in the stream, guys. I'm going to have to roll out. Not moving right now. Yeah. They don't cut off my shoulder? Yeah. Thanks, Predator. I think they're going to just do an X-ray. I mean, I already know it's broken. I know that. I don't know what's going on with my right shoulder, but it kind of hurts if I have my arm out and I raise it like that. But I don't know if that's because I've been sleeping on this shoulder more or not. I really don't know. Get a little bit of a trend line break here. We might take it. Can you trade from the doctor's office? Maybe. Guys, remember, Husk is going to be over there on My Funded Futures TV. My Funded TV. Do I need to raise my arm at all? Nah, I guess I don't need to. All right, here we go, guys. I'm going to take it. What's good, Eslina? Really need to close above here. If this just wicks above, then that's just going to be trappy. Oh. Just going to stop the swing. That's where it's supposed to go. Yeah, it could be a trap, Rob. I mean, it looks like it might be. Looks like it might be, but it still could work. We'll see. We'll see here. I mean, that's a bull flag break, either way you look at it. But whether or not it goes, I mean, we don't know. If it doesn't go, that's just kind of bad price action, right? I get a medical discount. We'll ask them. This is a new doctor, so I don't know if I can, if I need to be messing around too much. You having fish for lunch right now? It's very salty. Did you put salt on it? Core count is the one with the end of day drawdown. Yeah, 50K core count. It has end of day everything. It's the one I'm trading right now. Use code MM for the best discount at the doctor. That's right, Trading Star. That's right. Also, guys, I am taking a short at the previous day close. I don't know if you guys noticed that. 931.50. So I'm longing into this high, and then I'm going to short the previous day close for 10 points. That's the idea. New 15-minute candle here. Like this candle to close full if it's able to. You didn't put any salt on it? That's weird. That's weird. That's an okay close. It's not the greatest, but it's all right. Right? It's okay. I'm going to take it at like 916. Really does need to put in a higher high here. Oh, come on. Well, is the pivot high protected? It has to be a wick inside a fair value gap. It could be on a higher time frame. Did it take out this wick? Oh, it is. Yeah, that is protected. That is protected. So from a theoretical perspective, we have to sweep this low. Good call. I'm going to take that off since that is protected. I didn't even see that. Yeah, good call there. Coach Fred, where did you get rebuild at? That must have been like Apex or something. It's definitely a bull flag. You got caught break even. Yeah, that is a good call on that protected high. I didn't even notice that. Did not even notice that. Oh. Well, it's okay. TPT. It depends on where you were at. I don't know. So what that means is you kind of have trend lines on both sides now. Oh, dang it. I didn't mean to move that. So if that is a protected high, then that means this low needs to be ran because this is the leg that started that push. So from a theoretical perspective, this low would need to be swept first. Now, does that mean it can't push up? Of course it can. So, well, it looks like a bull flag for sure, but it's not that clean. Let's go. Nice job, Lost Pennies. So it's protected because if you just zoom out here to the left, you can see there's a wick here. Wick right there inside a fair value gap. So when you sweep a wick inside a fair value gap and you create a swing, so when you sweep that wick and then you create a swing high, then it becomes protected. Now, does that mean that it can't get through there? No, it's not what that means. It just means that it's not a great target. All right, guys, I got to leave. I got to go to the doctor. I do appreciate you guys watching. I will be back later this evening. Maybe we'll fire up the stream, maybe not. I appreciate you guys watching. Use code MM for all the great discounts on all the prop firms except for Apex. Use code MYTH. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time. Let me get everything pulled up, though, here before I can exit. We can't just exit yet. We can't just exit like that. We got to have it pulled up. All right. I'll let you guys know how the doctor goes.
Nasdaq's a tricky trader, beware the fall. Technical tools may help, but watch your wall. Hirami candles flicker, inversions come and go. Protect your cash, don't let it all blow. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes your cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash